Have you ever had an idea of a bike that you've wanted to build? The crazy thing is with this bike right here, I've had like 4 or 5 different ideas of the type of TW that I want to build. But recently, the one that I thought I wanted to build, my mind is completely changed and I've wanted to do something a little more different. I'll show you a picture of the style of bike that I wanted to build. Now, even since I've had that idea, I've ridden the Bradley Performance TW200 and it has totally changed my mind. Not even totally changed, but it's given me an idea of the kind of build that I want to take that one of the picture that I just showed you and transform this into it, or take that one that I had and kind of morph it a little bit, if you would. Have you ever had one of the, I mean, when you get a bike, you have an idea of what it is that you want to do, and then as time goes on and as you see different things or you ride different things, you get inspired by a few other different things, and then what you had in mind changes. Well, that's what's going on with me with this bike. After riding that bike a few weeks ago, I kind of want to transform this into a little bit more of that higher performance TW200, you know what I mean? Which, when it comes to the TW, those aren't things that you really think of, like high performance and TW200. But you guys, man, I had so much fun on that bike while I was out there riding. I had one bike, which I was riding, that the 90s model TW, that had the fat tire rear kit on it, but then I jumped on Brad's TW and it had the stock wheel, but it had his tires on it. So the ones that are now available that he has out, the front tire, the rear tire. So do I go with the fat tire rear kit? Do I stick with, you know, this model of rear wheel and go with the Bradley Performance tire? Or Pro Cycle has an 18-inch wheel, so do I go that route, get the 18-inch wheel and do more of like a flat track style tire with the Dunlop K180s that I had on my other bike forever ago? I mean, there's a lot of different things that I want to do with this. But when I bought this is the 89. It's the original Black Widow bike. So you had the black tank and the red frame and those colors, and I was like, sweet, you know, that's what I want. But when I went to pick it up, the guy did not have the stock tank for it, so I was kind of bummed. But I have found, and hopefully getting, 21 to 23 tank for this, so it'll be the black and the gray. And then Pro Cycle makes plastics kit for this, so you could get it black, white. I think there's a few other different colors that you could get. So what I'm thinking of is keeping the red frame and going with the black tank and the black plastics, and then just doing like a black and red accent on here that'll hopefully make it shine. But then doing the Bradley Performance, like high performance kit on here, and doing a better rear spring and like a rear shock for this. And then also I'm gonna do something here with the front end as well. You guys, there's just so many different things that I want to do to this to make the TW more of like this one, you know, that's where I can't decide. Do I want it to be like a woods or mountain, or like just like trail oriented bike or do I want it to be more of like a flat track style so I could take it on the street? See, that's where my mind's going, is like, if I keep the stock wheel, then I can go with the Bradley Performance rear tire. If I go with, you know, if I want to do more woods where it's going to be rocky, muddy, trails oriented, you know, that tire and that wheel are a great option. Or do I go with the bigger rear wheel, or the ATV rear wheel swap, you know, and go that route where you get a lot more traction, you get rid of the tire or the tube, so you can run like a patch kit if you need to. You can run lower pressure in that rear tire to give you a little bit more suspension. But I mean, even now as I'm talking about it, I still can't decide which way I want to go, but I do want it to be more of like an attack stance. So with the foot pegs and some different bars, just to give you more up over the front of the bike so you can maneuver it better, instead of sitting a little bit farther back. But then at the same time, do I want this to be just one like off-road oriented, or do I want to keep that off-road slash road a little bit and do like a flat track, or you know, more like a street track, or do I go that way? That's one of the things that I'm still trying to decide on here. What would you guys do if you had a blank canvas? So I've still got the other two TWs. The one obviously my kids are using, the other one is my 2019, which I'm not going to be doing a whole lot to, because I want to keep that one more stock a little bit. You know, I don't want to do a whole lot to that one, because that one's just fun to hop on and go. It's just over reliable. Not gonna do anything real crazy with that one. But this one, I think I have the heart part figured out now, but I'm still trying to decide. You know, comment, let me know what it is that you guys would do. Would you keep it woods and off-road oriented, or would you go with the Pro Cycle 18-inch wheel to where you're matching the front and you're running Dunlop K180s? Because those were actually an awesome tire when it comes to street stuff, and like I would say hard pack off-road. Whereas if you're going to be going up and doing a lot more of the off-road stuff, which that's what I'm trying to decide here, which would you go with? Comment, let me know what it is that you guys would do. But wanted to give you an update. I bought this, and the week later is when my house flooded, and so this kind of just got set to the side and forgotten. Not really forgotten, but just put on the back burner while we were trying to get everything with the downstairs rebuilt. So a lot more focus is going to be going into this and just trying to get this totally figured out on what it is that we want to do. So this is where the imagination can kind of run wild with what it is that you would do for a custom build on the TW200. So I'd say 90% sure that I got the heart part figured out, but after that, we'll have to make some changes. So comment down below what it is that you would do. Update, the 89 is coming back. It's going to be completely redone, and it's going to be awesome. And there's going to be builds, and, well, this will be the build, but there will be a series of pretty much everything that we're going to do along the way with this. So I'll be showing how-to videos on the parts that we install, the things that we can get, the availability of different plastics, tanks, whatever. This one I did find from one of the guys. The tank that I did find was from one of the guys that I was on the ride with down in Arkansas a few weeks ago. So pretty stoked to be picking that up. And we will go from there. So hope you guys like this one. Let me know what it is that you would do. And the 89 is on its way back. I'm Matt. This is Mob Street. We'll catch you in the next one.